surely know that on CNN and BBC, war on terror, war on terror, war on terror, and I gave an indication that it is the few political people for their own political gains, that you find that they divert the issue. And there have been reasons given by Americans why it was done, for oil, for this, for X, Y, Z reason. Anyway, I'm not saying what they're saying is right or wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just giving information. But what we can say, that imagine using full army against a country which is one of the least equipped. Surely it came on the headlines. I'm sorry to hurt anyone's feeling. I said for definitely what we have proved, that if someone attacks an innocent country, even if suppose hypothetically Osama bin Laden did it, hypothetically, agree with it, how can you attack a country? How can you kill tens of thousands of people for one man? How can you do it? It is nothing but terrorism. And I said that according to me, if you base on the reports, what was said by CNN and BBC, if you agree that George Bush waged a war against a country least equipped, I say according to me, number one terrorist, it came as the headlines of number one terrorist according to me was George Bush. The question posed, and I apologize again, I don't want to hurt the feelings of any person. Please don't misunderstand me. They asked my opinion. It was the Vice Consul General of USA, of Perth. He asked me this question, the first question. Brother, you should realize that we can't blame anyone unless we have proof. In Islam it says that if anyone gives a false verdict, and if he's caught in cross-examination, that is proved wrong, he gets lashes in Islam. And in Islam it says whenever you get information, you check it up before you pass it on to the third person. And this is one of the major cause for disruption of the universal brotherhood. We'll discuss it tomorrow, hopefully. One of the basic cause of disruption is giving false propaganda. And if you analyze that now, latest, a couple of days back, number one terrorist has become Saddam Hussein now. You require someone in the media to bell the cat, You require someone at least to let the issue running. There will always be someone or the other coming. So we have to realize it is mainly a few selected people who for their own personal gains, they want to be and see to divert the attention mainly. So what I personally don't know Osama bin Laden, but if anyone who condemns him, I said if you condemn him, you should have solid proof. Not just hypothesis that I found a passport in the World Trade Center. So the article that came that next time you should make the dress of the US police with that passport material so nothing will happen. Imagine the passport didn't burn. The crash took place and the Celsius out there was more than 1,000 Celsius, the amount of heat that was generated, and they find a passport in it. So here we have to realize that we as Muslims, anyone lays allegation against anyone, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, before we agree with it, we have to have proof. If we don't have proof and if I agree with it, I'll be held responsible on the day of judgment. Coming to your second question, that what is the reason that Almighty God has created some people who are handicaps? Brother, the reason is given in the Quran, in Surah Mulk, chapter number 67, verse number 2, which says, Allazi khalaqal mauta wal hayata. It is Allah who has created death and life to test which of you is good in deeds. Now this question posed by you, brother, that why were some people created handicapped, some poor, some people were defective, congenital heart disease. This question even troubled the philosophers of Hinduism. And that's the reason the Hindu philosophers, they came up with a philosophy known as samskara, the cycle of birth and rebirth. If you read in the Vedas, I'm a student of comparative religion, Veda speaks about Purna Janam. Purna means next, Janam means birth, next birth. Even the Quran speaks about life after death, but nowhere does the Vedas speak about life then death, life then death, life then death. There's no cycle. But because the Hindu philosophy is based on the logic, karma, every karma based on dharma, it has an action, has a reaction. So based on that, the Hindu philosophers came up with the philosophy